Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
There's a sister who's asking about, living with in-laws permanently, like a wife married into this young man and they live with his parents, or the opposite could be true. Is that something recommended in Islam? What are the rulings in this regard? Could it be a permanent solution or a temporary solution?
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala wa ba'd. First of all, let's start with stating that the woman has the right for housing.
Okay.
So the wife, one of her rights that the husband provide an appropriate place for her to live in, and that place should be according to his income, according to his ability. Mm-hmm. It's safe, it is accommodating, respect her privacy, and so on. That's absolutely her right, and it should be not a shared space. So that space can be apartment, a house, or part of a house. But if it's part of a house, it should also take in consideration that provide a privacy and a comfortable private place for her. Mm-hmm. Some people have maybe like a house and a portion of the house with a bathroom and kitchen and living area. And let's imagine that this part of let somebody live in a farm or a barn or a farm or
a big house, big family house,
yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Or a building that has multiple apartments, mm-hmm. Something like that. But to live in a house that's shared with others, it is allowed. It is allowed if she agrees to that, or both they agree to this. And this can happen for multiple reasons. One may be his income. Maybe he lost his job. He cannot afford a house right now. Or maybe because his parents or her parents are sick and needs somebody to attend them. Or in old age, they need help. And he cannot provide for them, or he cannot offer another alternatives, like for example to live close by in an apartment next to them or a house next to them. That's not possible for him or for his parents. So he needs to offer that help. In circumstances like this, yes, they are allowed to live. And al-ulama rahimahullah talked about if she's obligated to obey him and to live with him. And Shaykh al-Islam rahimahullah said in a case like this where there is his parents in need and no one else can do, he said, yeah, she must, accept that as long as there is an adequate place for her to live, mm-hmm. in that house. But I'll be honest with you, Shaykh, most of the time, it's not a case of necessity. It's a case of convenience for the parents or for the husband, to say, live with us. And in this case, if the wife does not want to live, it is her right that you provide for her a house. That's why al-fuqaha rahimahullah, like al-Kasani and others, and many scholars have mentioned specifically, they said, mm-hmm. and he's not allowed to force her to live with his brothers or with her in-laws, and she deserves to have her own housing. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَسْكِنُهُنَّ مِنْ حَيْثُ سَكَنْتُمْ, provide for them housing from the house that you live in, like the same level of housing, yes. or house, mm-hmm. and residency that you've been living
and
in.
It's really interesting how you have the men, and it's not like أَسْكِنُهُنَّ حَيْثُ سَكَنْتُمْ.
Yeah.
But rather أَسْكِنُهُنَّ مِنْ حَيْثُ سَكَنْتُمْ.
Yeah, similar to residency, yes. before, or what you
shouldn't be the same.
Yes.
Yes.
And also this is in regard to the woman who is in her iddah. So that's why Ibn Qudamah rahimahullah said, if Allah ordered you to provide housing for her during her iddah, obviously when she's married,
right? Yeah.
Prior to that, and make more sense. It is wajib on you. So If she required that, yes, you should offer that and you should provide that. One other thing that I want to say here, many of these cases, the solution is not just, is it wajib or haram or must or not allowed. The solution for this is communication and talking about and understanding also that having her own house, living in your own house, it is one of the reasons for the success of your marriage.
Yeah.
You have to invest in your marriage too. And part of that is to have your own place. Living with your parents will take away a lot of, advantages of being alone. It's not about just money or saving money or just pleasing your mom or your dad. Also, it's about you and your wife and your family. Because in the end of the day, there is one head of the house. It's your father, not you. There's a queen in the house. It's your mom. It's not going to be your wife. You want to live in your mom or with your family. It's sometimes, it is not. It's not appropriate. You don't take your complete comfort. Okay, you know what? You want to wear shorts. You want to wear short clothes. You want to wear lingerie. She want to cook. You want to stay late in the night.
She wants to be a wife to her husband.
Intimate with you.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do in your life is not going to be something easy to be accommodated while you are living with someone else.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
So you have to take that in consideration. There is a psychological impact also when you, like for example, he lived with his wife, then all of a sudden he said, I'm bringing my mom to stay with us 9 months to visit. So nobody visit for 9 months unless there is an exceptional.
Yes.
You know what? She's doing her paperwork. She's doing like visa or something like that. There is like a crisis happen, and I'm not gonna put her in the street. I'm not gonna put my dad in the street.
There's a necessity.
Yes, and it is exceptional.
Right.
But not the norm.
Yeah.
Not the situation.
So you don't base the rule on the exception.
Yeah.
On the exception. Yes.
And you have to accommodate the exception. But what I have seen in my experience, a lot of people make the exceptions the default, and that's not correct. Also, there's sometimes a burden of a lot of work, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of, this is your wife. It's not your maid, is not nurse, she's not a driver, she's not that's not her job. With this being said, I will say also for my sisters, you have to look at this. Don't look at this. I'm not your mom's maid. I'm not your mom's driver. I'm not your mom's nurse.
Be more diplomatic. Be more kind.
And also, this is a great opportunity for you to be rewarded.
Right.
Taking care, investing in his mom. It means investing in him too.
And pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also, it is something make you closer to your husband. I'm doing it because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm doing because this is my husband's mother, this is my mother-in-law, this is someone I love, so I love those who he loves, and so forth. But sometimes I agree it goes out of hands. With his sisters involved, his brothers involved, his life is not with her, it is with his family. Or vice versa. All her life is with her in-law, with her parents, and the husband feel like, I don't have control over my house. Or we don't have time together. No, go back to the norm. You and her spend most of the time. You have your own private place. You know what? Even if it costs you so much money, it's worth it. To put more money in order for you to protect and to save that norm and the normal relationship between you and your wife to live together. I hope that helps and cover from different angles.
Sometimes, from cases that I observed is that, the husband would say, well, I can't leave my parents. My parents would not allow me to split. We've done this for a long time, and we will continue to do it. And so what do you say to that? I said,
I know in some certain cultures, when you get married, you live with your parents. That's the default.
Yes.
But that's wrong. Straightforward. That's not a good culture. Not a healthy relationship in marriage, especially in the beginning of the marriage. That's the golden years. That's the foundation that you're going to build on it.
Right.
The next 50, 60 years, if you're alive, 40 years old, Allah knows how long you're going to be together. So you need your privacy. You need your life. You need your freedom. You need you need to invest in the relationship without any third party involved. So that my advice in this to the parents, don't do that. That's not from Islam.
Right.
Islam says the wife, she should be provided be given her own residency, not part of your residency. In the old days, buildings are limited. Talk about like hundreds of years ago. And also houses used to be big and huge, and there is if there is they have a different structure, social structure
and it's
system.
like adding to the house. You add a new apartment to the house. And
like I've seen some, for example, doesn't apply to, in my opinion, to our life today. Like I've seen in certain culture, they have a huge land. Okay, you build your own house here, but in the same property.
Here, yes.
Or a building, and you take an apartment, you take another apartment. Yes, fine. But not everybody like that. I'm talking about the area, the scenario where you live, they give you just a room.
The limitation.
Yeah, a room maybe and a bathroom. But you still share the living room, share the
kitchen.
The kitchen, share the rest of the house. It's just not appropriate, not a convenient, unless there is a necessity.
Right.
Like what? Like his mom is a cancer patient, his dad is suffering, nobody to live with them, nobody to take care of them. But this also should have been explained before marriage.
What if it just happened?
Yeah, that's fine. That's where the necessity and emergency cases happen. But I'm talking about if this is the situation from the beginning, you should have told your wife, told your husband that, you know what, we're going to live with our parents because 1, 2, 3.
Right. Now, the other thing is, I know I don't want to make it long, but what do you say to husbands who are forced into this situation, for financial limitation, and they have to live with his parents, but then she's patient, the wife is patient and agrees temporarily. What do you say to him in order for him to compensate his wife for her patience and her acceptance? And, obviously this is not the ideal situation for her.
I would say compensate to that by spending a quality time. Travel a lot together.
Good.
Spend longer vacations together. Start saving some money to buy a house. Make that make sure that you understand that this is something means a lot to you. Always appreciate her sacrifice, her patience. Make sure you express that. Don't keep it for yourself.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Jazakallah khair. Thank you.